Hello and welcome to another round of the Battle of Nations. We as in Team Germany, playing China. And this is, I guess, the fifth game. The current standing is 2-2, and there is a Tyrell Whitebook against a Martell aloof deck from our side. And I'm not alone. At my side is. Please
That's
introduce.
me. It's Luke from Team Germany, and we have
And
another commentator.
yeah, I'm Nico, but yeah, I guess I'll take a back seat and let you guys do the heavy lifting.
Okay,
So maybe three people might be too much. So you guys talk, and then I'll chime in if it makes sense.
just for the quality of the video, are you finished packing your dishwasher or should I mute you?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, because
Okay, I can
it's
mute myself. I'm not packing anything, but maybe there's some background stuff. So I'm just gonna mute myself for now.
okay. So, as a disclaimer, uh, as I do have the utmost respect for the Chinese team, and I find it awesome that they can contribute here in this tournament, I'm highly biased for the German team, and probably Lucas is like more moderate, but still on the German side. But just as a disclaimer.
Nah,
Uh,
I'm 100% Team Germany.
okay. Really find it awesome that like the Chinese team is playing and is playing so well. Like they are a contender for King of Swiss in this match. Um, they play really really good, and they have like some more difficult condition like to participate at all, and I think that's the greatest thing that they can do, and they do so well. Just I wanted to say that.
Yeah, it's definitely an enrichment to the whole community that we have people from all over the world participating in this tournament and keeping the game alive. And speaking of keeping the game alive, the first round has already started. We have at the gates on the Martell side and White Swords on Tyrell side. And we are already in the challenges phase. And Martell is starting with an intrigue challenge,
Mm-hmm.
which goes undefended. Oh,
Yeah, and maybe to say that for our player Hannes Feuerbad, he has two core pieces here already with Doran and Ariane, and Doran with Sweet Sleep, which also definitely helps. And as far as I learned from, or I heard from the tests, that the tourney for the king turn on the Tyrell player side is really key. Can he close out on that turn, or can Hannes kind of defend long enough for his control to really, um, yeah, take control of the match?
Okay, then let's introduce the decks. I'll just pulled up the Chinese Tyrell Whitebook deck, and let's go over the plots. We have two White Swords, one Siege Preparation, one Pulling the String, one Loan from the Iron Bank, one Come over Westeros, and the already named Tourney for the King plot. That means there is no reset. There are some characters, like with Menden Moore, where you can try to kill some, and we have like two pinch of powder in the deck. But there is like more like a positive constructed rushy deck than like a deck with control elements. So that Hannes, aka Feuerbart, has Doran and Ariane Martell already on the field. It could be that from the board state that is favored for us. What do you think, Lucas?
yeah, definitely. I think having both of these characters on the Martell side already is a really strong opener. Now there is a big military challenge, which could trigger White Book on the offense because Marjorie Tyrell is on the field. So Team China has a queen in play, standing both Surveillance Swan and Sir Meryn Trent on the offense. But still, Martell has a Greenblood trader for claim, so not
And
too bad.
and Doran gets its trigger, right?
Doran gets his trigger correct. Can even remove Balon Swan, but he didn't. Oh no, the military challenge removed the power icon from Balon Swan, so he couldn't trigger Doran's action to remove a character with 2 or less icons from a challenge.
Yes, but there's like a slow mechanic here. Surveillance Swan will not attack in the power challenge, so the renown on him will stay on 1 point. And
Correct.
if you attack with Marjorie, you can either full defend the power challenge, or then just take the entry icon from Submarine Trent. If you care to lose the power challenge, but why would you?
Correct. So Team China couldn't win any more challenges this phase, so just passed to dominance, which
Is
Adam wins.
yeah, 1 to 10, 11 to 10. I think it's a fair and good decision. And now we see the next plot with the City Festival gaining a shit ton of gold for the Martell side, and Camo Valastors on the Chinese side choosing power as the challenge where the claim is reduced.
I think that's a good choice to name power. I mean, intrigue would be okay as well. I don't see a military challenge coming in from Team Germany's side, so naming power and slowing down the opponent's side is a good choice.
Okay, we have on the Chinese side one of the famous Green Apple Knight. Gosh, I hate this card. I think it's like one of my most hated cards out of Tyrell. And Red Wine Streets, that gives a solid +5 of income, which means in the turn for the king turn, it will be 8 gold. This is something you can work with.
Definitely, and on the Martell side, we have a duped Starfall, rounding out the icon control package on the Martell side. And a begging brother is also entering the field with 2 gold bestowed on him.
No icon steal attachments so far from Martell, which would obviously really help with the, for example, with the Green Apple Knight. But I think this looks pretty good for Martell, for Hannes, because you know the hand cards on Tyrell are getting low already. He could, you know, flop a wildfire at some point, and he has his icon steal cards in play. So it's really tough with Doran to actually punch through many challenges because he just keeps picking off people and being able to remove people. It's a pretty, you know, it's a nightmare. So I think this looks quite well so far.
There could be a card in Shadows. It's either Sir Manon Moore or Sir what's the Lannister guy that searches Sir Boris Blunt, the new one, newer one, that search for a Kingsguard character. Maybe Jamie for getting renown on the knights if they. I think it's if they attack alone, if I'm not
Correct.
mistaken. Like, yeah. Finally, that
Could also be a pinch.
could also be a pinch, yes. What do you think? I think the military challenge here could be a problem.
Definitely, yeah. I was just thinking the same thing. The military challenge from the Chinese side would be pretty hurtful. Probably the begging brother would have to go. I don't think Martell has any safe effects.
I don't think that deck is running neither the cancel claim or like throwing claim back vengeance for Elia, throwing claim back to you. And what's the other's name? The 0 gold.
Yeah, I know what you
Burning
mean.
on the sand.
Burning on the
Burning
sand.
on the sand, correct.
A nice, good control card. I like it.
Okay, so the military challenge goes through and Adam wins it, defended by the Red Viper. Stands the attacking Kingsguard characters on the offense. And Red Viper chosen for claim. Interesting. Giving Adam another power for priced due to aloof and apart.
Yeah.
And we have Nightmares played on I don't know what, but it is cancelled by the Hans Judgment from the Martell side.
Mm-hmm. Okay, like either Hannes had really bad character hand or it was just a bad play, right? Like he runs 29 characters and we haven't seen any of the attachment that
Yeah, right.
so maybe his hand is full of events, but I think playing the Red Viper was not the smartest choice. On the other hand, he runs close call, like he has the option to bring the Red Viper back, but I don't know what happened here. It looks like some kind of brain fart. We will ask him.
Maybe, yeah,
We will ask him after the game for
Yeah,
definitely.
sure.
we don't know. We don't know his hand, so
Yeah.
you know.
It's only speculation.
Yes,
And I
but
think he's really respecting probably Robert Strong also. Not for this round necessarily, but in general. So I think he wants to keep the begging brother.
Definitely, yeah.
Possibly.
I think the Begging Brother is against Boris Blunt or Mandon Moore is a really good like card to keep, as we see now.
Interesting play, I think, from Adam Geek. I mean, of course, I don't know the other cards, but Boros is a really nice card for the tourney of the king turn because he, himself, and then another knight is like kind of a surprise rush element. So interesting that he went for playing him now.
And also, I think why didn't he cancel him?
Yeah, I'm wondering that too. Boris goes through and brings in the Knight of Flowers.
Because now the Knight of Flowers will be in the discard pile, and then
Correct.
he can like just replay him with the Knight plot that we saw round one, the White Swords.
Yes.
Yeah, that is a really interesting question.
Adam also ambushes in a dupe of Sir Boris.
What do you think we see here? Do we see Wildfire on Martell's side?
Might be a good time for it, but Hannes chose City of Spiders.
Okay, maybe Hannes is remembering the tip I gave him that I learned myself from Aaron Glazer. You want to play your reset the turn after you want to play your reset.
That's a good idea, yeah.
So he delays it, and then next turn probably the turning for the king turn, and then we could see the Wildfire.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. Although Adam wisely plays siege preparations to set his hand up for a big tourney of the king.
Yeah, and with the Rose Road he gets another gold.
So Cletus Ironwood is a strong card and definitely important in winning the initiative with Wildfire against Tourney for the King.
And also super important here that at least one card in Shadows, Ariane, can be extremely strong. And so far she wasn't able to get any triggers off because Hannes was lacking cards in Shadows. So looks like it might, only be one card, but that should definitely help. Oh, another begging brother.
Another begging brother with 2 gold. Let's have a quick look at the possible shadow cards on Martell's side.
Either
Could be a
pinch.
dupe or
Should be pinch.
Martell, Ariane Martell. It could be Tattered Prince.
Yeah, I think that's.
If it was a prince, he would have kept one more gold. I think it should be pinch.
I think as well it should be pinch. I think you go for Marjorie here, right? Like you pinch Marjorie
To remove the queen, you mean?
to remove the queen.
It depends if he can get two, the power and the intrigue with 5+, he could go for Balin Swan. Depends on what's left to defend and what icons are left to defend after Adam made his challenges.
Yeah, there could be a jump challenge with Sir Cletus Yonwood right now. Just jump military. Either you remove one piece on the board, or you're getting a Doran trigger, and then are way better in pushing through challenges.
I
But
don't
Adam
know
is
if the
first place.
military challenge with Cletus would be so wise. I mean, he has dupe. Oh, I thought Hannes was first player, so never mind.
Isn't he first player?
No, Adam is first player.
Ah, okay.
I think it's pretty. If there's not a really good reason to go first, it's quite strong for Hannes deck for Martell here to go second, because by attacking, Adam will lose a lot of challenge icons, and Hannes can then try to really pick off the characters with pinch.
Hmm. So
But you
far,
also have to consider the non-dealing Green Apple Knight and also the Whitebook trigger on offense, which is kind of strong. Playing as a first player, kneel all your Kingsguard guys.
okay, but what
Then
what
send
what
back
what,
up
what
again.
does he get out of it? He wins a military challenge, one begging brother dies, he wins an intrigue challenge, and Hannes loses his last card in his hand, which is probably not so good anyway, because like he played the begging brother for 5 gold, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And
I also see he has a duplicate of Doran, so he doesn't even need to claim Begging Brother yet.
Yeah.
And with this deck of Hannes, like every challenge you win as an opponent hurts because one of your challenge icons goes. So it's even the Green Apple Knight, okay, it's still standing, that's great, but it usually just does one challenge instead of two, and probably loses the intrigue icon for defense, so it's pretty useless as a defender after that. So it's not an easy spot for Adam, even though he has a pretty good board.
Also, if like there's a pinch on, let's say, Balin Swan, he draws one less card. Ah, there's the nightmares.
Nightmares to blank Doran. That's a bummer.
I think it's premature played. I think the nightmares is the keep for the turning king, other turning of the king plot turn.
Yeah, you get much more value out of it, right?
Yes.
And you
Maybe he's also afraid of losing it, losing the nightmares to intrigue.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be my play also. But David, you're a big proponent of really holding on to your nightmares, and oftentimes you're probably right. But yeah, I also kind of sometimes feel, okay, if I play it now, I get some value out of it. If opponent hits it out of my hand, I get nothing.
Assuming it's pinch and shadows, and depending on which challenge gets pinched, I think it's 50-50 or like 33 percentage that you keep your nightmares, depending on the challenge order. And assuming that Hannes doesn't know that there's some nightmares in hand, because like, let's face it, some people play it. I think I would make the call for keeping it. But we don't know. Maybe like his last card is so bad that he just says, okay, I would just want to redraw into 6 new cards, which could be also like a possibility.
Now we have a power challenge with just the Hedge Knight from Adam, which will probably get defended, I would say.
Yeah. And we saw that he already lost one Renly's right, and he's no character in the dead pile. So even if he has another Lord Renly's right, he doesn't like get the strength pump.
Correct.
Yeah, but it's quite well timed, I think. Next plot will pretty sure be Tourney of the King. He has a full hand. He has great econ. So yeah, and Hannes' hand is pretty empty now. So this will be definitely, he's in striking range with maybe 9 power at the end of this.
No,
We'll see. Depends on whether Balin Swan stays or not, but it's
but
definitely dangerous.
yeah, Balon Swan just got pinched. Ariane was triggered, removing the intrigue icon, and with the stealth on Ariane on power and only three intrigue. No, only one intrigue on Sabos Blunt since Adam is attacking right now. Um,
So I would say the double pinch could be a possibility, right?
it is a possibility. It's already on. It's already on Surveillance Swan. Like you can stealth the intrigue, or like the power. It's open.
Yeah, I think stealthing Marjorie with the power icon for the power challenge, and then going
Yeah,
in with 2 characters for the intrigue challenge would be enough.
it is.
And I think we really see the strength of Hannes' so the Martell deck here. It's really hard to defend against those pinches with all the icon steal and then stealth.
In combination with Ariane and stealth, yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Hannes also gets his condemned on Balon Swan back, so that is a second advantage going into the next round, maybe choosing himself as second player and then marshalling condemned on the biggest power threat.
But are you playing Wildfire right now? I'm not.
Good call.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Wildfire is the right play.
Could also be, what do we have here? The city besieged doesn't do much. Political disaster doesn't do much. Close call would be okay to draw another card.
But I think in the end, I think the danger is from testing Tourney of the King, crazy long board for Tyrell, and then a all-out military challenge, and after that you could steal and yada yada, but it's too late because he already gets 6 power, and he's basically there.
Yes,
So
but like for example, if he plays 2 more knights, and then he gets 6 power, and then he's at 12 power, that would be okay, and then you can Wildfire, and then he would like lose at least like 4 powers again. I think I wouldn't play Wildfire right now.
yeah, if you survive, it's definitely the better play. The question is, can you survive? So we'll see what they play. It's a tough call, I think.
Definitely, but I don't think Adam is in closing range yet.
Yeah, true. He lost 3 power on Balin. So yeah, I think you're right.
I think he is debating either pulling the strings or his other white swords.
I wouldn't play White Swords as well. Because I think White Swords has the same problem. You get one character on the field, and then like the White Sword is way better if you get a Knight of Flowers back onto the discard pile after Wildfire. And let's be honest, you don't win initiative anymore as long as Sir Cletus is on the board. And Hannes would lose would lose 3 golds on Begging Brothers. It's a free cancel probably 2 times, like the Knight of Flowers, and maybe 1 time the the trigger on Balin Swan.
Okay, we have close call on the Martell side against White Swords on the Tyrell side. White Swords put in Balon Swan again, the dupe from the discard pile. And Adam has won initiative, selecting Firebard as first player. Condemned goes back on Balon Swan and a card in Shadows, which is probably the pinch that we turn to hand. And we'd use that shot.
So another dupe on Sir Balin Swan. So
yeah, I think that's the one that got returned to hand.
Yeah,
military.
Military is useless, and there's the Knight of Flowers, which I think you should put into Shadows. I think bringing the Knight of Flowers out of Shadows in your Wildfire turn is like the best thing that you can do.
Yeah, Adam Geek putting out everyone. So Moore is also marshaled onto the field. In the meantime, one begging brother cancels the gold gaining ability of Surveillance 1. So we have 0 gold on Adam's side, so no Sir Lord Renly's right threatened. 1 gold remaining on the Martell side, probably for the pinch of powder out of Shadows.
So is Adam's play here to force the Wildfire and have some backup plan for this? Because otherwise it's surprising that he put out his Shadow card, for example, Man and Moore, instead of bringing him out of Shadows next turn or whenever, and trigger Knight of Flowers, right?
Yes. I think like Knight of Flowers and Man and Moore should both stay in Shadow for after the Wildfire, and then Hannes is forced to leave open the Begging Brother instead of the Princess Attendant, which nets him like plus 6 gold in combination with Aloof and the Great Hall if he draws the Red Viper again. So the tempo hit would be devastating.
I can get removed from the Knight of Flowers.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you should pinch here at all.
Yeah, maybe just bring it out of Shadows
Just
to trigger Ariane, but
yes,
not. Mm.
that's my reason.
And another knight put into play, kneeling Sir Boris Blount to put in a Hightower knight.
Yeah,
Gets cancelled from the Begging Brother.
Yeah, but this action is repeatable.
Yeah, right. No limit. So you could still kneel Manamur, Balon Swan, Marin Trant, Hedge Knight for the Hightower Knight in hand.
Is it a knight or a king's guard?
It's only a knight.
It's a knight.
And my guess is that Hannes is kind of using up Begging Brothers because he will flip Wildfire, and so the gold's gonna be gone anyways.
Yeah, but
and if Adam wants to kneel out his board for bringing out the Hightower Knight, that's eventually okay.
Yeah, but just kneel, like let him bring out, play pinch out of Shadows, remove one power icon that is came into play, and like go on. You get your pinch back in your Wildfire, and you can be first player next round. So you have the ability to like remove one defender. Just don't play the pinch on the knight that can ambush itself, because that knight could come back in after Wildfire.
Yeah, so I think that might have been a mistake canceling the Hightower Knight. Maybe have been smarter to draw him out and let him
Yeah.
die to Wildfire.
Obviously, here the play is to remove the Knight of Flowers out of his challenge with Doran, since it's the only renowned character. And you're losing dominance against this deck anyway, so you just can try to defend the intrigue. Overall, it's a really exciting game. Like, it's all based on this one turn where you try to close or get wrecked by the Martell side.
Definitely, yeah. It's all
Yeah,
building up to that one moment, I guess.
yeah. Don't we all love a good climax?
Yeah, and
So what
overall, I
would
think
be the choice for the three characters on the Tyrell side for Wildfire?
Obviously, I think the Knight of Flowers. I think the Green Apple Knight, because he can attack in 2 challenges, and maybe either Cerberus Blonde because he's duped and is less pinchable, or Surveillance Sworn because you gain like gold if you play another knight, and I'll assume he will have another knight. And now I think the begging, maybe the Princess Attendant can go. And they use begging rather. This poor little fella did his job.
Maybe it would even be smart to keep the begging brother with the 1 gold for Wildfire Assault and letting Cletus die. I mean, you win the initiative on the important turn. You keep 1 gold on the begging brother to maybe cancel Balon or cancel Knight of Flowers trigger.
But I think he would lose then the initiative in the pulling the string turn, right?
Ah, yeah, definitely. In the follow-up turns. I mean, neither player is really in closing. Martell is definitely not in closing range. Adam might be now.
okay, still no turning of the king.
I think it's a really good play from Adam. Once again, delaying this his closing turn. I really like it.
Yeah, he can definitely do it with his economy backboard. 5 cards in hand is not too shabby. But might be some unique characters which he has dupes of biting the dust now.
Okay, he keeps his queen, he keeps his economy knight, Surveillance Sworn, and he keeps the Knight of Flowers. And we keep the Bedding Brother on the German side. It's 5 cards with a card in shadow against 7 cards. There might be a really big board after that as well. And Jamie is definitely a problem here, because he will give renown to knights if they attack alone.
And also a intrigue icon.
And also an intrigue icon, but I think it's less the problem that they are like more renown on the board that are problematic.
Actually, I think the intrigue icon ability is super important because Hannes has tiers of Liz in his deck, and also for defending pinch. I think in the tests it was quite important that ability, and was kind of his nemesis, Jamie. So it can be quite crucial here, I think. I don't know what you two think, but this looks quite dangerous now for Martell. Not this
Yeah,
round,
definitely.
obviously, but
I
next
think
round this looks.
I think China won this game with delaying the 20 for the king plot once another turn. I think they got this.
Yep. I think was a really smart play. Overextending and then forcing the wildfire, and then filling up the board again with strong economy.
It looks like there might be actually a Tears in his hand because he's defending the Intrigue Challenge so hard, and there is the possibility that Jamie can at least give another Intrigue Challenge. Because you also might want to remove Marjorie from the challenge with the gold from the begging brother.
All pre-challenge actions until now. Let's see with what challenge Adam will start. Looks like a power challenge. Going pretty much all in, leaving the High Tower Knight standing.
So he has a pinch, right?
The pinch is on
Sorry, a
Jamie.
tears. He has a tears, right? Because
Probably, yeah.
because you go for the Marjorie trigger, then losing your stealth.
I would say so, yeah.
Does it make sense to defend with Ariane here? I mean, she's stealth, so
He was
No, she was pulled in via Marjorie.
Oh yeah. Okay, sorry, I wasn't paying attention there. Yeah, March
Okay.
is a good one.
The lady says she wants another lady with all the knights, right? Just
Girl on girl action.
no. There were a bunch of knights there.
So Adam is on 9 power, definitely in closing range now next turn with an all-out military challenge on Attorney for the King.
So the hope, I think, would be to lose another challenge, take an intrigue, preemptively take an intrigue challenge away from Knight of Flowers, win the intrigue.
But he can give
Ideally
intrigue.
pinch-
He can give intrigue to any character, right?
to any Kingsguard character. Jamie.
Yeah. So we have already also not already Sir Bennett Swan and the Knight of Flowers.
Yeah, I think Knight of Flowers, since he's not duped, he's the best. He would be the most attractive target for tiers, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think, and you could considering giving here a military icon to Doron.
Oh, via Doran's reaction, you mean?
Yes, you give the military icon to Doron because then the opponent. Oh no, that doesn't work, right?
Yes, dupes.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not concerned about dupes, but I forgot that like the ability to push through pinch then gets greatly removed.
Okay, Adam has finished his challenges. We have no intrigue icon at the moment on Adam's side. Intrigue gets declared by Hannes for strength 5. Doesn't defend. Interesting. Puts in another high tower knight. And Tears of Leaves on Knight of Flowers.
Yeah, so I think that's, given the board state, that's the ideal outcome for Hannes.
And he
For
discards
this round.
Jaime Lannister for intrigue claim, which is quite nice.
Big play here. Let's see if it's enough. But
I
that was
think you
really
go.
important.
Don't you go for power as well? You go for power and then give yourself a military icon, and then
That
like
might have been smart, yeah.
and then like at least try to fight for Dom. I wasn't sure, but I will rewatch it in the video. But I like timing. It's already enough time, or it's enough time. So, which character is coming back? Probably Jamie, right? Or
Coming back for what?
oh
What do
no
you mean?
no I sorry, I miswatched the plot. I thought Lone was White Swords.
Okay.
My bad, my bad.
Does Martell have any shadow cards for 0 cost? Do they have
I don't
run
think so, no.
mission in Essos? Oh, that's too bad for Martell. Because 2 cards in shadows would be strong, Zarya. But not enough gold here. Wow, so either those cards were, one of them was in hand, or this was a really strong top deck from Adam with Green Apple Knight and Barristan.
Pinch on Barristan and then removing the intrigue icon from Green Apple Knight. Now a intrigue challenge from Ariane stealthing Marjorie, which by the looks of it will go through unopposed, returning Barristan back to hand.
But it doesn't matter, right? Like there are 5 power on Renown, and you.
No, it's not an attorney for the king. It's loan from the
Oh,
Iron Brand.
Alone.
So
Oh.
Adam delayed his finishing plot even one more turn.
What's wrong with me?
Oh, he uses Lord's Friendly, right? Okay, to give Marjorie +5 strength and intimidate, rather than discarding it for intrigue claim. Now Barristan gets discarded for intrigue claim. power challenge with Melario of Norvos.
I think Sir Bryce just defends, stands themselves up.
Yeah.
And I think
Removing the military icon from Balon might be smart, so can't get renown this turn.
I would give like the Princess Attendant a military icon.
Or to defend the unopposed, yeah.
Because you can remove the icon with Starfall.
But Feuerbart chooses to remove all the icons from Marjorie and passes his challenges to Adam. Adam is starting off with the power challenge with both High Tower Knights.
I think like if Marjorie goes in and even if she has like Intimidate, you have already then in Defender, and then you can still remove icons. I'm not sure. And we still have Doran that can remove Surveillance Swarm from the challenge.
Now the military icon removed from Surprise Karen, Balon and Green Apple Knight initiate a military challenge. Doran is triggered to remove Balon from the challenge. And military goes through unopposed. Claim will be the Begging Brother. Adam now on 13 power to Feuerbart's 4. I don't know. It looks kind of over, I would say. But never say never. We have a city besieged from the Martell side, winning initiative going first versus tourney for the king.
Yeah, I think if at all possible, Hannes bad draw from Adam and then ideally 2 pinches. Well, he has very low econ actually, so that
He
wouldn't
can't
even.
afford 2 pinches.
Yeah, so forget that. Yeah, it's really tough. I mean, he drew quite not many icon steal attachments. I think that was definitely something that was missing. Yeah, and now 2 green apple.
Another Green Apple Knight.
Yeah, I think that was really well played from both, but Adam delaying and delaying the tourney of the king and forcing Hannes's hand was really well played.
Definitely the winning move.
Yeah. To be honest, I think it's played very well from Adam. I'm more critical about the Red Viper play and the associated tempo hit with it. But let's not jump to the conclusion. Maybe there was a really good reason for that I don't see. But from my perspective, that was like a big ouchie.
But the Red Viper, it's essentially it's a 2-cost character, right? So how much of a tempo hit is it really? Given Aloof and Apart and Great Hall, he's as cheap as
Yes,
it's cheaper than a legendary.
but the value of the Red Viper in comes in later, like more greatly. If you then like can push through all your challenges and make pinch available and having a renown on the board on your side, so you can also like start like attacking. And for example, if you have the red viper on this turn, and you have the possibility, like not at this board state, but like push through the military challenge.
Yeah, I mean, in general, maybe, but in this particular game, at a first glance, I'm not sure whether it would have made a difference having the red viper there, because Hannes was able to actually win the challenges. It was just not enough and too much board from Adam Geek.
Adam just defends the intrigue challenge for the win. Seems smart play.
There is a possibility that you lose this challenge. Like you can bring out pinch and then use Doran to remove one of the defenders.
Yeah, but that would still be 5 versus 7, right?
Yeah, but it's removed, so no renown.
Yeah, so no renown. Yeah, right.
I think, yeah, it's either. It doesn't really matter at this point, I think.
I don't think it matters, but it's still not over.
Yeah, true.
But he nailed out like 2 green apple knights for the price, so
Is there one more trick up Feuerbard's sleeve, or is this it?
I think this is it, right? Because you cannot remove all the military icons.
I mean the Hightower Knight on defense already.
Okay.
Very well played by Adam. Good job to Fireboard, but it wasn't enough. China takes the lead with 3-2 matches against us, and yeah, we will see
Two,
the last games turn out.
two exciting games tomorrow. Yeah, congratulations to China. Really well played. I really enjoyed the game.
Congrats to both.
Yeah, congratulations.
Especially China, of course, for the win, but also to Feuerbard for a well-fought game.
Okay. So then, can somebody ask Hannes what his card were in hand, or can you invite him here?
Should I ask him if he wants to drop in?
Yes, then we can get his comments, and if he doesn't want, then I'll just close the stream.
1 sec.
And write him that he's on stream, or in a video at least. So, Lucas, what do you think about the last remaining matchups for tomorrow?
I'm really optimistic about the Baratheon mirror match. I think Hano has an edge there, and the other matchups, Dark Crossing on China's side versus Tyrell Whitebook on our side, is a bit more tense, but I think it's also doable from our side. So I'm hopefully optimistic about our chances of winning King of Swiss.
Yes, and Hanno's match is 1 hour earlier, right? So, like, if our prediction were right, like Hanno wins his match, and then it's 3-3 when we have a big climactic showdown than tomorrow in the last game.
Correct, yes.
Yeah, I like
Okay,
that.
so in the chat, sorry to interrupt. In the chat, Hannes already said Viper was a misplay. He had Cletus in hand and could have marshaled him for claim soak.
Okay.
And he was, sad to see no dupes, which is true. He really kind of was under mill claim pressure, which is not great for this deck, I think.
Yeah. Okay, then thank you for commentating with me. Thank you for Hannes and Adam for this great game. And then we listen or see us on the next video. If you like,
Hannes said that he would be in for a post-game interview in 1 second, if you
okay,
still want it.
yeah, sure.
Hey, I have to leave early, so have fun and thank you for watching and listening. Bye bye. See you next time.
Bye bye, Lucas.
Okay, to bridge the gap, maybe David, tell us your favorite moment from your match earlier. I missed it because I was in a car. What was your favorite moment?
I think there were several. I will comment them in my video. But I think like the last moment was when I was counting strength for dominance. It was during the last military challenge that I noticed I can like ditch my practice blade for 1 gold and then win the dominance. And with the wall trigger and then the dom trigger, I make my last 3 points to win the match. I think there were some minor misplays on my opponent's side in not evaluating the cards that help me win the game. For example, he used Cat's Paw to like remove some of my characters, and I think he should have removed Three Finger Hops uh, from my board so that I don't draw like 2 cards after he emptied my hand with his Nighttime Marauders. I think that was like I was very happy that he like went for like the how he can like win the challenges instead of like playing the long game, because he will beat me in the long run. And if we go to plot 8 and he can revala me, I think the game is over for me. Yeah, that's
Okay,
so far.
super. I'm really looking forward to watching that match with your commentary.
Yeah, you can also like I haven't commented it during play, but if you like, you can comment it with me together. I'm also I'm always looking like for commentators. And
Okay.
Hannes joined us.
Okay, cool. I have to actually run, but I'm looking forward to hearing Hannes' thoughts later in the video. Congrats to a well fought game or match, Hannes. Too bad that it didn't work out in the end, but
Thanks.
it was a great game. Thanks. Thanks, thanks, David.
Okay,
No, me too.
bye bye. So Hannes, the other two were really nice to you, and I was like raging in my mind about your Red Viper play.
That was. I can kill myself. That was,
I wouldn't go that far, but
yeah, it was a real. I should have. I needed a claim soak, and I didn't realize that I don't have any dupes out, and then it was too late.
Mhm.
And yeah, I should have played Cletus, and I could have and mastered the Red Viper next round, and that would have been a big boost, I think. But overall, I have to say the opponent he played really, really well, really smart. So he didn't go for his renowned characters too much, but he accumulated a lot of power on his faction card, and that made my pinches and my Tears of Bliss less effective. And then he delayed tourney for a long while, which I didn't anticipate, which was also, I think, really good move. So after my reset, he took enough time, and he had really, really good econ from the start. So that was also really helpful, of course. And then he waited patiently, and then in the end, the last round, I played really bad again, but it didn't matter. He would have won it then with the turning around. So I think he outmaneuvered me really well.
Yeah, I'll agree. He, let's face it, he just outplayed you. But like
Yes.
there were some minor inconveniences here with the economy. Like he had a really good economy start, and like the siege preparation is redraw. So on this side, beautiful deck building here. But you were kind of starved on econ. Like you were sometimes like one gold short for another pinch that could have made like the difference. I think, right? Like you had two
That's
pinches.
true. I mean, it was a little unlucky, but it was also a descendant of the Red Viper play. I mean, I had the Lord reducers out, so he would have been actually relatively cheap the next round. And then also, but I think it's a deck problem overall. So for after the cut, I'll have to include a little more econ. I mean, it's always tight econ wise, so that's also why I can run political disaster. But I think it's a little too tight. So there were some structural factors. A little more luck would have been good, but overall, I think it was really well played by Adam, and he deserves the win. And now we have to see that Hanno and Kaya will win their games tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm crossing fingers for it. I would be happy if we get some comments from the Chinese players if they see this video and if they agree on some points or disagree on some points. I heard they have a really healthy matter. I'm not sure about it, but like a big viewership when they stream their games. And I heard some rumor about like 200 people watching, like several
That's
commentators.
impressive.
That is awesome. That it's like really really awesome. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's true, but like I would like to know if this is a fact, and I'm very happy that like this game is still a big thing in Asia. So,
Yeah.
thank you for your post-game interview.
Thank you, David, and thanks to my opponent. If you hear this, great game, well played. I learned something from that. So
Okay,
bye bye.
bye bye.